He grew more talkative. Now he was filled with stories about activities, arguments, meals, outings, gossip. I realized how isolating these illnesses are, how good it was for Josh to be in this group situation. Some of his stories were hilarious, like the time the house cleaning crew dared one of their members to jump in the baptismal pool at a local church they were cleaning. When the guy said he'd do it for $5, they all chipped in, and he ended up doing it for $4.11. Josh always called him the $4 Christian. After that. But the main thing was, his sense of humor was coming back. Before long, Caramore placed Josh in a job at Carolina Cleaners. At first, he was terrified, especially by having to work the cash register in the computer. So Caramore got a job coach to go to work with him for a while, until he was comfortable with all his tasks. Things settled down. Josh made friends on the job, and he made some money. He moved into Caramore's supervised Carolina apartments with a roommate. And best of all, he even got a girlfriend, also in the Caramore program. It was about this time that Josh and I were walking along the street and ran into an old family friend who had not seen him for many years. She asked Josh where he was in school. "Oh, I'm not in school," he said confidently. "I'm a working man now." Of course, I thought. The working man. My father's words rang in my head. His other friends and roommates similarly identified themselves by their jobs. His best friend said, "I work in the meat department at Weaver Street." His girlfriend said, "I work at the nursing home." Caramore had given them all an identity, something which their illnesses had taken away. Work is a normalizing experience. It brings skills that we all need in order to be independent, to grow up and grow away from our own immediate families. Another normal experience, going out of business sales. This is a man that, this is true. If I wrote that in a story, somebody would put that couldn't happen, but it did happen. He was a man who believed in work. A man's got to have a job, he said. So, we picked Caramore, the only outfit on our list which seemed to offer any real vocational rehabilitation training. Though at the time, I frankly never thought it would be possible for Josh to ever hold any sort of a job. Again, I didn't tell David that. But to our relief and surprise, Caramore accepted him, and Josh moved into the group home over on Ephesus Church Road in Chapel Hill, where he started out working with the lawn crew and then the house cleaning business. At first, it was a complete disaster. Josh kept running away from the job, or, quote, getting lost somehow between the group home and the job site. Other times, he'd just walk off a job and hop a bus down to Franklin Street. Once he hitchhiked back to our house, where he went in the basement door and hid in the basement until John Pinka and the whole lawn crew came rushing over to get him, pounding at the door. I didn't even know he was down there. They came in, found him, dragged him out, put him in the truck, and took him back to work, which illness robs us of. Josh also learned to manage his own medication and get his own doctor appointments. He moved out of supervised housing and into his own apartment. For the last 7 years of his life, Josh worked at Akaihana Japanese restaurant in Carborough, starting out washing dishes in the kitchen, then doing prep work, then frying stuff in that tempura thing, and then as a sushi chef. Of course, he had a few tune-ups, as he called them, at neurosciences from time to time. But other than that, he never missed a day of work. Here's what Bob Honeycutt, the manager, owner, and Josh's boss, said at his funeral. When Akaihana opened in 1997, Josh was one of the first employees, a great and loyal worker. For the next 7 years, I began every day by going to Akaihana, and Josh would already be there. He was always the first one there every morning. "Good morning, Josh," I'd say. "Good morning, Bob," he would say. "The rice is cooking, the shrimp are thawing, the tuna has just been delivered. Everything is under control." Or, a phrase he often used, "Everything is good to go." Then later, when he was finished with his responsibilities, he would always say, "Goodbye, see you tomorrow." Josh also played piano at Akaihana every Saturday night. Unique sets, which mixed blues and jazz along with his original music. He assembled a tape of his own compositions, which, with his signature humor, he entitled 5 Not So Easy Pieces. A title which now strikes me as symbolic of his whole life, which was not easy, as he bravely dealt the hand which fate had given him. Yet his life was full and rich in ballad and successful, and yes, heroic as anybody's on this earth, a special kind of heroism which many of us here share. I credit this in large part to Caramore, to the fact that here he learned to manage his illness, to live independently, to enjoy people again, and most of all, to work. It was through Caramore that he became a real working man. Thank you.